Today on the Call of Bilal, 3 steps to properly orient your life. Stay tuned. There's a quote that I like. If you don't stand for anything, I'm messing it up. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And it's a great quote, especially in the world that we live in America, with the free market that we have and the media. Any person with a business interest is free to pursue their goals, and they're free to market their interests. And there is a science to how to get inside of people without their permission and create appetites for what you have. So you can get people to want what you're offering without their permission. You influence their psychology so that they can now have a desire for what you offer, and you can come in providing that, and they purchase it from you. You make money. Everybody's free to do this. How often have we watched commercials and then we picked up appetites for things that 30 seconds ago we didn't want? 30 seconds ago we weren't needing anything, but we watch a commercial and now all of a sudden we have to have that. Okay? So, and everybody is free to do this. So there's always this constant bombarding of people reaching for our attention, pulling us this way, pulling us that way, feeding us with desires, and just trying to manipulate us into a beneficial circumstance for them, okay? And that's just the dynamics of the world we live in. So how do we orient our lives so that we can manage our lives for our own selves? Step number 1, identify the disposition that best poises us for progress. That's step number 1. And the disposition, the orientation, is our humanity. The best position for progress is when you have the most people on your side, when you have the strongest forces backing up your stance. And the strongest position that we can take that will connect everybody and everybody can get on board with is the expression of our common human identity. Before race, before specific culture, before religion, before anything, before any of these other dispositions, what we have in common first, that everybody, no matter where you're from, no matter what your background, everybody can get on board with, is the expression for the common human identity. Okay, so that is where your most power is. That is where your most powerful and potential for progress is. That's step number 1. Identify the disposition that best poises us for progress. You're human first. Step number 2 is act according to that disposition. Act according to that disposition. Okay, so once you identify the best posture to take, you need to act according to it. It's not enough to know it philosophically. It's not enough to know it conceptually. You have to embrace it as a behavior pattern for yourself. If you believe that the strongest position you can take is standing upon your human nature and aligning yourself with the human content of all people, and building your life, whatever life energies you're trying to put into the establishment of something, you do it from the vantage point that you are human and this benefits humans. Then it's universal. Okay? Everybody has their culture. Everybody has their background. They have their family histories and everything. They have their ethnic groups. They have the history of the country and lands that they came from. They have their music, they have their clothes, they have their styles, their taste in food and architecture. Everybody has all of these different backgrounds. But in order to make the most progress, you have to act on that disposition that you know is the most powerful, and you have to act in a way that whatever you're working to establish is of benefit to all people, not just your own. It may benefit your own first because you're operating from amongst your own, but you should operate in a way that your vision is to establish it for all people. Even if you're establishing something that other cultures and groups might not benefit from directly, they can benefit from the model. They can benefit from, okay, you're doing this as the way that you build this institution or this organization or this group or whatever the dynamic is, whatever it is that you're building, the way that you set it up. Anybody from anywhere can use that strategy to build dignity into their own life and in their own culture, in their own places, in their own fields, wherever they come from, wherever they're going. So that's step number 2. Act according to the disposition that you know is the most powerful. Step number 3 is connect with others who are working to establish the same things, because you cannot do it on your own. And as long as you're trying to work and operate and build on your own, then it's like you're swimming upstream. And you can swim upstream for a while, but the momentum of the stream that's in place eventually is going to overpower you. When your strength runs out and you are no longer able to go against the grain at the moment, it's going to carry you away and you're going to lose your progress. You're going to lose everything that you've built, or maybe at least a significant amount. So in order to orient yourself properly for progress, you have to align yourself and connect with people who are doing the same things. And when you stand upon principle, you're going to start to realize, when you stand upon principle and it doesn't matter what other people are saying, you're doing what you know is right and you're building what you know is best, then eventually you're going to be made aware of other people who are working for similar things. And when those people become known to you, now you can connect with them. Now you can connect with them and you can feed off of each other. And so now you have a group, a power group, not just the people who are just living life, not just the people who are just there, but you have a group, a powerful dynamic group of people who are working for the same interests and who are pioneers. They're forerunners, and they're not worried about what everybody else has to say. They're those who are motivated to go after it regardless, because just like you set yourself apart in your circumstances, you're going to find people who set themselves apart from their circumstances, and you all are driven to work independently, and you're not depending on others to keep your effort going. You're going to keep going regardless, but now you have a bunch of people who are of the same posture and disposition. And where one is lacking, others can pick up the slack. Where you're not sure where to go, others can help you out with that. You can feed off of each other, and it's going to be nothing but progress and growth and development, and your life will be oriented for great, great, great progress. So those are the 3 steps. How to orient your life for progress. Identify the proper disposition, the human posture, then act according to that disposition, and then connect with other people who are working to establish the same things. That's the call of Bilal for the day. Have a good one. Peace.